welcome back for day 2 of 7 days and 7 ways to own your phone.
Yeah, we're already well on our way. Day 1, we talked about those bedtime features. Hopefully you have already seen some benefit from that.
And today we're going to talk about the Do Not Disturb feature, which, maybe you've encountered, but maybe not.
Maybe not. It seems like it's one of the most unknown or underused features that is built into every iPhone. And when I learned about the Moonbeam, it was like a gift.
The Moonbeam. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're going to show you the Moonbeam here in a minute. But,
that's right.
But don't be scared. But it's really a nice feature. Like anytime, I'm trying to get in the habit of just using it more often because it really helps clear the clutter out of my day.
Yeah, so we'll cover a few features within the Do Not Disturb that you could know about and maybe implement. The first one is, we'll call it the manual Moonbeam, right?
The manual Moonbeam.
The Do Not Disturb that you can put on anytime, not pre-scheduled, but just you're going into a meeting or finding that you're really getting distracted at your desk, or I don't know, what's another point at which you've used it?
Maybe there's like a group text that's going crazy in that moment. You don't want to mute it forever, but you just need a break. So you just hit the Moonbeam.
Hit the Moonbeam. So here's the manual Moonbeam, the Do Not Disturb feature that you can just go to at any point.
And we'll be back with some more tips on it.
Yeah. All right, so the manual Moonbeam. This is the Do Not Disturb feature that you're not pre-scheduling, but you can just spontaneously or sporadically do at any point. You just want to swipe down from the top right corner of your screen and find your Moonbeam, and then you can just click that. It turns purple when it's activated. And let me show you what that looks like then on your lock screen. So once Do Not Disturb is activated, it's going to just say Do Not Disturb on the lock screen. It's going to hide any new notifications that are coming in and silence other calls and things while that is activated. And then, to turn it off, obviously you can just swipe down again from the top right corner at any point and simply turn the feature off. So for me personally, I had learned about the manual Moonbeam.
Yeah.
I think we coined that. I feel pretty good about that. But then recently, I dug into these features more and recognized that you can actually set kind of a preset schedule. It's not as robust, like you can't make it flexible, customize it from day to day or whatever, but if you wanted to just kind of have a standing Do Not Disturb appointment, you can actually schedule that here in the Do Not Disturb settings.
And this is kind of one of the things I was thinking about yesterday when we talked about the bedtime. Like if you're wanting to use that bedtime feature to wake you up in the morning with an alarm, well, you can set this Do Not Disturb feature to extend in your morning.
I do not clearly own the phone. It is interrupting our video, but I'll silence it.
Okay, so you might want to hit Do Not Disturb.
I should have Moonbeamed. I didn't Moonbeam. I don't know.
But anyway, you can set that in the morning, like, whatever time, 7 to 8, 7 to 9, or whenever you're, if you want to have a quiet morning, you set it for every day.
Or I'll tell you like a couple of other maybe hot spots or whatever, where that is beneficial. If you are recognizing that dinner time is one of those times where you want quality time, but it's interrupted a lot, or you're drawn to your phone, set it from 5 to 6 or 5 to 7 or whatever that dinner window is. Personally, I have been using it in a morning time, from 9 to 11, so that's usually my most productive thinking part of the day in the morning, and so I would like to be less distracted so I can kind of do uninterrupted work during that time, and so that's been really helpful for me.
One of the ways I've been thinking about trying it, once we get moved back into our house and I've a whole normal family life again, one of the things that I've found in my personal life is that I get this short window of time with my kids in the evening. Like I get home, from work after 5, and then they go to bed early because they're still young, and I'll find myself stuck on my phone during that time, and it infuriates me. And so I've thought about just setting that window of time from the time I get home till the time they go to bed. Do Not Disturb. I leave my phone and just spend some quality time with my family.
Absolutely. So here's how you can do that.
Okay, so here we're looking at how you can set Do Not Disturb on a schedule. So you'd want to look for your settings, and from there you'll find a Do Not Disturb section there with the moonbeam. So we'll go in and you can actually turn it off and on there. It's not the easiest way. Andrew already showed you the easiest way, but you can also schedule here, and so that you can set it from a certain time to a certain time. So at some point, I had mine set from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., and you can have it dim your lock screen as well. So that might be a nice feature.
Then just one last feature here, it's on the Do Not Disturb setting, is the ability to actually set an auto reply. So one of the drawbacks maybe, or why that would prevent us from having Do Not Disturb on more, is kind of this fear of, well, I don't want people to think I'm ghosting them, or ignoring their text. That bothers some people more than others. But I get it, especially if it's like your business owner or something like that, where you feel like you need to have quick response or follow-up. So it's on here on the Do Not Disturb feature. It's kind of designed for while you're driving, but Apple has actually made it where you can give a custom response. So during that Do Not Disturb, whenever it's moonbeamed, whether it's the pre-scheduled or the manual moonbeam, it will just auto-generate a text, whatever you choose to craft, to let people know, hey, not available right now, but I'll be sure to get back to you, whatever you would want to say.
Yeah, stop bothering me.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that.
Right. So.
Maybe with this, could we also say, because one of the things that Do Not Disturb does is it allows people in your favorites list to call you.
That's another thing that might prevent people, from the Do Not Disturb. Is like, what if my daughter needs to get a hold of me, or
So maybe when we show you the auto reply thing, we'll also show you, how to add people to your favorites list in case you haven't done that, and that way you can make sure they can reach you anytime, even if the moonbeam is.
Well, and just one other kind of safety feature that Apple has built into that is if people call 2 times within 3 minutes. It breaks through that Do Not Disturb barrier.
I think I've done that to you before.
So probably you know the trick, right? You know the way through.
The first time it happened, I just called and I was like, oh, maybe he was trying to call me, or like maybe it was just in one of those weird little windows where it just goes straight to voicemail. But so I was like, I'll try again, and it goes right through. So
there you go.
Now I know the trick.
So there are some I guess safety features there that allow emergencies to disturb you, but not things that really aren't urgent.
Yep.
Okay, so again, we're in settings and we're going to Do Not Disturb. Here, as you've seen, you can turn it on or off. Neil showed you how to schedule that time daily. And then also you can use this auto reply feature. And so you can choose who you want auto replies to go to when your phone is on Do Not Disturb. It could be just to the people in your favorites. It could be to all of the contacts, or to those who have recently called you, to just kind of let them know. And that's where you can customize the message. It's designed to be while you're driving, but you can actually go in and you can customize this message with, saying something to the effect of, hey, I'm currently unavailable. I will get back to you. Let's say you set your time parameter, like I do every day from 9 to 11. I'll get back to you before noon, or whatever your case may be, but you can customize your message here. That will automatically generate a text notification to the people trying to get a hold of you during your Do Not Disturb.
This one more thing, when you're in this Do Not Disturb settings, you can choose who you allow calls from. I've got mine set to favorites. You could pick a group, you could pick no one, you could pick everyone. I think favorites is a good option because it lets, people you pick reach you when they need to. So if you haven't set up favorites in your phone, you can go to, oh my goodness, you're about to see who my favorites are. Julie. So you go in here and you can hit a plus sign and search your contacts and pick anyone you want, and you can add their phone number there, and then you're good to go.
Okay, so that's day 2, and set your Do Not Disturb. We'll be back with you tomorrow for day 3.
See you then.